Hello, my friends. My name is Jesse Prescott, and I'm the creator of the F.I.T program. So what we're doing today is discussing why this program is different and how it's going to benefit you. Okay, so we're going to use this bell curve here. On the left, you see sickness, and on the right, you see wellness. Most of the time, it's about what you're not doing that is making you sick, and that is working out, eating healthy, or sleeping. That's the big three. Or it's what you are doing that is making you go towards wellness, which is going to be working out, eating healthy, and sleeping. Okay, so the caveat here and what first responders and shift workers have to deal with is a boatload of stress. So if you're under chronic stress, then that's going to inhibit the effects of the thing that you are doing well. And so the reason why is because you have two basic states of your nervous system. You have sympathetic or parasympathetic, and to make it a little bit easier, you're under threat or you're safe. Okay, and so what happens is when you guys go on shift, ideally you'd like to be in a good balance of both sickness and wellness, where you're at the top of this bell curve here, hopefully kind of creeping more towards wellness, because the longer you're on shift and the more stress that you have to deal with, the further towards sickness you're going to get. Okay, so we're going to use paramedics as an example because I've worked with a lot of them. And so majority of the time you guys have 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours on your shift. Okay, so the more that you guys are in, so 24 hours in, 48, 72, you guys are creeping towards sickness, depending on how much stress you've had to deal with on the job. Because if you guys are constantly getting calls, then you're not sleeping well. And if you're constantly getting calls, then you're obviously not working out. And a majority of the time, you're just eating in order to fuel yourself, so be able to continue to do your job well, so you're not necessarily eating as healthy as you possibly could, although some of you do try. And so when you get off of shift, you don't want to be doing workouts that are increasing your stress. Okay, so that means high intensity, laying on the floor, covered in your own sweat, not being able to move type of workouts, because that is another type of stress, and that's not going to get you back towards the top of this bell curve here. So what you want to do is have a workout where you recover. Okay, so it's not going to be as intense. It's just basically you moving and maybe lifting a little bit heavier, but basically taking a lot of this stress off, because once you start to creep away from not sleeping well and sleeping a lot better, then that's going to eliminate that guy right there. And then once you start working out a little more, getting more towards safety, then that's going to eliminate that guy right there. And then you got a good balance going on. Okay, so then once you've been off shift for a day or two, then you start to increase the intensity of your workouts, and that gets you to there, maybe to there. Okay, so you guys ideally have 3 to 4 days off. Okay, so your middle 2 days, you're going to work out a little bit more intensity, do a little bit more reps. Okay, but the day before you go back, you're going to do a workout that is somewhat moderate. You should be able to do it while having a conversation with somebody, and that is going to prepare you for stress. Okay, so then that creeps you a little bit more towards that way. So then you have a lot more cushion, as you can see, before you start creeping towards the top of that bell curve again and then back towards sickness. Okay? So ideally, we want you operating right in between this side and this side. Okay, switching back and forth between sympathetic and parasympathetic state. And so this is all how this program works. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot me an email. If this sounds like something that you're really interested in, go ahead and click that button and sign up for the program.